Which game is the best game ever created? A question that has oftentimes been asked and heralded by gamers and many users online ever since gaming first hit the scene. But we never truly know the answer to this decade-long question, as oftentimes people's opinions clash against each other's. While some might just say the best game ever created is Super Mario Bros., another person might just say it's Minecraft or the Half-Life series, or even Wild Animal Racing if you're into a more abstract and avant-garde style of games. However, the point still stands. No one really knows for sure which game is the best game ever created. And honestly, so do I. Until recently, when I suddenly remember a game that 2 years ago took the world by storm, with some even calling it a cultural phenomenon at the time. But just like a storm, it eventually passes on and dissipates quickly into the irrelevant void of the internet. Some of you might have already forgotten this game, but let me tell you, you are a fool for forgetting this game. Of course, the game I'm talking about is the classic 2020 game Fall Guys. With a fun and colorful graphics combined with a goofy art style and addicting game modes, one must ask themselves, how did this masterpiece fall off and be forgotten by the gamers? Well, I have some theories regarding this, but first I want to talk about just what makes Fall Guys beat the other games as the best game ever crafted. One of the most recognizable aspects of Fall Guys besides the fun art style is the unique gameplay it has. It takes a dead genre that no other games developer wants to explore or dip their toes in and makes a new fun and refreshing games. The premise of Fall Guys is quite simple and straightforward. You play a murder mystery type game set in a spaceship where you play as either the killer, the imposter, or the innocent, the crewmate. Just by reading this premise alone, there is no way you cannot fall in love with Fall Guys already. I mean, a murder mystery set on a spaceship? How awesome sauce is that? This game's premises alone is already 10 steps ahead of modern games being pumped out by the abortion that we call the game industry today. And gameplay wise, this game has a very simple gameplay, yet that simplicity is what makes you hooked. When playing, you will be put into two categories of players, the imposter and the crewmates, with the crewmates always outnumbering the imposter. After that, it's very straightforward. If you get chosen as the imposter, your only goal is to kill and sabotage the ship, while if you're chosen as the crewmate, your objective is to complete the task given and find the imposter before they sabotage the whole ship. This simple gameplay mechanics makes it so practically everyone can play it due to its simplicity, while the murder mystery aspects maintain the fun factor it has. Speaking of fun, this game gets very fun and very addicting quickly. Whether you're playing in a game with random people or in a game with friends, you're always guaranteed to have an amazing
experience.
I mean, I haven't come across a single toxic player in this game yet, and while mostly it has to do with the dwindling player count, at its core, Fall Guys' community is very friendly and welcoming. Anyway, with all of this hype I'm building, you might be wondering, if this game is so fun and the best game ever created, why is no one talking or playing the game? Well, that part is what I found most suspicious about. How is it that no one else is talking or even playing this masterpiece anymore? It was the most popular game in 2020, but then it just fades out of our conscience, and I think I might just have the answer to this. Well, it is tragic seeing how Tall Guys fandom is falling and slowly dying and evaporating like a decrepit old woman. I personally believe that this sudden downfall is not the fault of the Fall Guys' dev team simply messing up, but it is because an unknown third party has simply sniped it off our consciousness. Think about it, how did a super popular game suddenly disappear from almost everyone's mind in about a year? Well, it's because of brainwashing, of course. Think about it, how else would we suddenly forgot about this game so quickly if we didn't get brainwashed by someone? And you wouldn't guess who I think brainwashes us all. The government. But why would the government brainwashes people so that they can forget about a game called Fall Guys? Well, see, Fall Guys is not just your regular old video gaming. This is the best game ever created we're talking about here. And I didn't just say that because of its gameplay and graphics or whatever. This game actually has a secret hidden between the codes, a secret which actually links this game to another game. I want you to take a look at this clip.
Hey guys, I think the little man said he wants to give Fredbear a big kiss. On three, one, two.
What you just saw there was the infamous bite of 87 from Five Nights at Freddy's. But why did I show you this clip? Well, this clip is actually what connects FNAF and Fall Guys together. This clip is basically the bridge between the two games that will answer our original question. Confused? Look at this kill animation that can happen in Fall Guys sometimes. Did you catch that? The animation is exactly how the bot of 87 looked in FNAF. This confirms that the Fall Guys character that we play in-game is actually a FNAF animatronics that appears at Freddy Pizzeria. It just makes perfect sense. So why are the FNAF characters in space on a spaceship, you ask? It's because the spaceship is actually not a regular spaceship, but it is actually the Freddy's Pizzeria spaceship, and we are just playing a FNAF game disguised as an innocent, harmless, cute game called Fall Guys. And here's why the government tried to brainwash this FNAF game of our mind. You see, since the bite of 87 resulted in a child death, this event has put the Freddy Pizzeria's name in a bad spot. Hence why the owner of this franchise requested a plan to solve this issue. And you guessed it, that plan is mass civilian brainwashing. You might wonder how did the government agree to do this, but keep in mind that the Freddy Pizzeria franchise possesses these deadly animatronics around its place. So my theory is that had the government declined Mr. Afton's request to mass brainwash the public, he would have sent Golden Freddy to assassinate the president, and the president, scared of getting the bite of 87 himself, agreed to go through this plan. This is why the Fall Guys game suddenly disappeared off our mind. However, while the brainwashing did work for most people, there are some of us lucky few who still remember a few bits of the game, hence why the game wasn't completely abandoned. And that is the reason why Fall Guys is the best game ever created. Not only is it actually a Five Nights at Freddy's sequel, it also manages to scare off the entire world's government into brainwashing most of its own people to forget it due to its sheer beauty and perfection. And with that, I rest my case. Fall Guys is officially the best game ever created, and if you disagree with me, you are a federal agent.
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier. Welcome to Fortnite.